He's going to get his. But how do we avoid him? How do we neutralize him in rounds? How do we prevent him from having impact early and put him into situations where maybe he's forced in towards the save? That's something that I noticed Astralis starting to do, is just circumventing Shiro whenever they could. And it was pretty effective. We are going to be hopping into the server in just a few moments here, folks. So let's get it going on Mirage. What are you looking for here, Alan?
Some good Counter-Strike. Simple as that. I will say, if OG are going to win this game, I think Dexter needs to be the best player on the server. And of course, Shiro is setting a pretty high bar so far today. So I'm keeping my eyes on Dexter more than anyone else.
I mean, again, as you said, we didn't watch that Fnatic game, but just scoreboard watching. The highest form of analysis. It seemed like everyone had their moments. Flamesy dominating on some, Dexter dominating on some. Pretty much everybody, niko included, getting involved in the firepower. Nice start here as Axile does catch a cheeky top mid push coming through. And speaking of cheeky, niko's going to go do the exact same thing. So there will be a flank on. The question is just, can they get enough damage here for it to matter? Dexter does. Now Neofrag's revealed. He's dropped the bomb. This is looking all right. This is looking very good. Out of bullets, can't finish his food. But a 2v2 and a 4 HP Shiro. Oh, Shiro, no. Had no idea. Never expected another player to push the flank. And this is desperation from Hobbit, but it works.
No bomb.
He's got the bomb. Oh. He comes back. Oh, the corpse is obscure, and Flamesy, seeing the pixel through, lights the way.
Can't believe Hobbit didn't get the bomb there. Look, he ran straight over it. Either way, OG recovered that pistol round. It didn't look good. Lost the first kill in mid. They had no information for a time. It was just that player under balcony on the A-bomb side from OG, but Dexter made it over just in time. Two massive frags. Baits in his teammate too. Fast flank to boot. And despite the lack of a bomb plant, there will be an investment from Cloud9. AK tossed onto Shiro. I think it's quite a subtle implication here. I mean, Axel has armor. He could have picked that up. But they've gone for Shiro, who, of course, is the AWPer.
And who, of course, has been unreal so far today. So maybe, I mean, maybe Axel's confidence shaken. Maybe just a question of going with a hot hand here. And, well, that hand is suddenly going to be very cold. The gun will be picked up. Axel does get the damage with the deagle, but now the activation in towards mid means there's no more chance to get anything going. That rifle unretrievable. The round gone by the wayside. Just Buster to try and maybe make some noise, but, well, it's feeling library silent here on Mirage right now.
They can get behind default. Perhaps. Some word we can get a plant, but mid players are readjusting. Goes on stairs. Flames will take contact. Himself a duel. Nowhere near the bomb site. Clean stuff from OG. Very proactive round. Numbers mid early. They're fighting. Then they're leaning on the sides. And they realize it's mid. So they all come back. And I was a little bit concerned they could be trying to do too much. But it's worked out in the end. Keep running around. You're going to find those T's eventually. And they did.
Not expecting much for Cloud9 into this one. Obviously, a little lesser than the last, but Deegs up can always make a round somewhat intriguing. So we'll give some respect to the hand cannons until OG prove they're able to handle. That's kind of a little bit of a shallow smoke. Buster's actually going to think about getting around the edge of it, and exactly that. That's the problem. It allows him out. It allows him an angle. Buster finds a frag, and there's a trade as well. Neofrag put down. That was the CT smoke. It was just way too shallow. It just gives Buster a room to make something happen here. And now we have to be concerned. OG creating their own problems in this round.
Fiku could be looking the wrong way. Thank God he checked under.
Oh, good. Now he's got the read. He's dropped. It's expensive. And Shiro in mid. Is he going to clear Con? He is. Absolutely. Dexter on the angle. Dexter dropped. Just out of the one. niko knows he has the player isolated. No Shiro stock. Nade could be enough on the damage. Drive by there, but niko needs to bring this kill in before Shiro can get in on the flank. Nafani trying to buy time. So much damage on. And Shiro creeping ever closer. We'll finish it all off.
Catastrophe. Catastrophe.
Off of a bad palace smoke.
Oh no, it was just... That was the lighter of the ecos. How does Dexter not kill the player on catwalk? How does... there's so many layers to that round where you're thinking every single time, how does Fiku not get more kills on the MP9? How does Shiro stay alive? How does it happen? How did we end up here? This buy is a mixed bag one from OG. Neofrag's already hit the deck. Wheels are crumbling. Wheels are coming right off already. You could not afford to lose those rounds if you're OG in this series. You have to. You can't make mistakes.
It just shows you how little of a gap you can leave and they will exploit. One smoke that's a little too shallow, one smoke that allows an avenue out, and suddenly everything's open. That's a nice shot from niko. Nafani getting caught. He's very isolated as well, so that rifle will be retrievable. But we are going to get the explode on towards A, and this is the right read from Cloud9. There's just nothing here. I say explode. It's pretty measured. All right, here comes the smoke. Here comes the move. But still, there's going to be a chance for OG to have something to say about this. Axel top mid can get activated. Might want to accelerate the pace here, and now he's been spotted. Now he's kind of stuck. Flames making some noise, trying to distract, trying to draw focus. All the while, the op creeps ever closer. Here at Ticket, flashbang, check. Now they know. And Buster finding that kill in mid softens up this retake even more. Buster burning. Had to make a move, he knows. But time is ticking low, and without a kit, they're going to have to back away. They want to save what they've got. They're giving up this round. Cloud9 will tie things up at 2.
Such pace from Cloud9. It's not normally going to see Shiro being an entry player on a rifle, but it was the case here. Couldn't live with them. Couldn't live with them. Gave the retake a look in. But no overfacing terrorist players. The util was good from Cloud9. Shiro, despite being trapped default, was not able to get pinched.
They can get the up here. There it is.
If OG had a tad more money, they could consider a force, but it's just not quite. They can't quite drop weapons and have utility, so they're going to play the long game. Just these saves. And eyes on Dexter. He's the he's going to be the playmaker here if there is a route.
Alright, little aggression from niko. Traded 1 for 1. Not ideal considering it's one of the few rifles they have in, but it's going to trigger a fast play in. Hobbit, 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 Hobbit. They're past you. Oh no! No idea. But the site lost. Should be very tough to get back through. Hobbit really sacrificed that one. They look like they want to attempt this. No utility. They're going to have to shoot their way through. If Dexter finds his first kill, maybe they consider the possibility, but Shiro's the first to collect. And now he does not really need to face again, so they'll back away with the 2 big guns. Live to fight another day.
AWP is too valuable. Certainly couldn't get one out in a good fashion in the following if this wasn't saved, so get your rollerblades on, get out of here. Happy Flames can save too. No, he can't. Axile. Well, he's out of round. As we mentioned, for those who weren't watching earlier, Axile had an off series, it's as simple as that. He's a phenomenal player, he's proved it time and time again over the last few months, but up against Astralis, he was not a force. He wasn't close to the level we expect of him, and I'm sure he expects of himself. So it is nice to see him getting engaged early.
I'm sure it's always frustrating as well. You know, when a series gets so close, you come so close to taking it, and you know, you as an individual could have had more impact. Huffany, speaking of impact, oh my goodness, he is just race car into this one. I think they have a pretty good idea he's in this position. Utility harassment's going to come through, but he's worked his way down. Does Dexter expect him to be down? Has to be aware it's a chance. Oh! And he knew, but the shot doesn't land. So Nalfany now has the middle of the map under grasp, and top mid is conceded over to OG. This is weird now. He's just such a thorn in their side, but in the meantime, they're pushing the flank. Who catches who here? Axel finds Flames. And so the one potential ace in the hole that OG had, it's folded.
What can Neofrag even do? What can Neofrag even do? Is he going to try and fight out of CT? Is he looking for jewels? The answer is an aggressive lean. Flashbang is beautiful, actually.
That's beautiful.
3 players on the site. Neofrag has to do damage and instantly killed. Instantly killed. And I think that ripcord is going to get pulled. I did enjoy the flashbang, but it was too little,
so
too
good.
late.
I'm still thinking about it too. That's usually
Nafany was just a menace. Such a shame Dexter couldn't kill him.
We saw them run this a couple times where they just had the pacing in their last Mirage game, right? I think it might have been Nafany as well with a Mac 10. Just came flying up and went around and got in towards ladder off of the spawn, and it's very tough to deal with as a CT side. Just a door kicker of a way to start a round. But yeah, I need to learn that flashbang lineup. Not that I'll ever have a time in my life where I'm on a team that's coordinated enough to pull it off, but it's a neat idea.
For that 1 in 1,000 rounds.
I'll feel so cool.
It is a pleasure watching Cloud9 on the T side of this map because the pace is ratcheted so much more than some of the others. And it's not necessarily that there's something bad with playing slow. It's as you see in that round, how uncomfortable OG are. They are forced to make bad decisions. Not even bad decisions, they're just forced to make suboptimal decisions, let's say, because they can't rotate properly. They're so scared of ladder the whole time. And I think we'd all wish we'd see that a little bit more from Cloud on other maps. But here on Mirage, I do like the brand of Counter-Strike they play.
I think this is the response, right? Dexter with that op on towards Cat fast. Says, yeah, try and take the space from me. Try and take the space. Give me a chance. At least for a moment, here's going to be a Cloud9 shifting up the pace, slowing it way down.
It's nice though, isn't it? Run some fast rounds. OG going to expend utility and resources. Think about an early hit, and now it can be a little bit later in for mid. Dexter on the angle. Flashbang has to be good. Takes Dexter back. As Hobbit peeks 2. Flames really wants to fight here. He's in front of these nades. Falls back through the molly in the end, so no contest overall from OG. They're going to cede the ground.
Flames by the steps, peppered down solo, and finished off. Hobbit there to collect. Hobbit ready for the next. niko and Snappy with that rifle here, and he's got Neofrag pushed up by ramp, but he's got Shiro down for the count. That's bomb confirmed as well. Rotation can come in, and niko just a single-handed wrecking crew, demolishing this site take, and all this while Neofrag has not had to be revealed. Buster's even checking it. Buster's so aware, but at some point Neofrag's going to come around.
What's Nafany waiting for?
I don't know.
Sure, he's got to help Buster.
Maybe the same thing Neo was.
Is he DC'd? No.
Nope, he's still here. Just really thought he was going to kill someone bricks.
Hmm.
Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Oh, good.
Well, credit to niko. That round was over if he doesn't hit those frags. There's a player Palace for Cloud9 who swung not necessarily late, but he couldn't get engaged and take down niko before the players were rounding up connector. So yeah, big hold from niko. I still think Cloud9 played a pretty good round overall. It's just individual outplay in the end. More of a traditional default. This time, boost is good. Flames, no idea. Peeking regularly up to top mid, not aware of the boosted angle. And that's a beautiful entry for the man that, let's say, lit up the server earlier.
Like a Christmas tree. Like the 4th of July.
For those that weren't here, he was 65 to 25 after 2 maps, plus 40 kills.
A little less impressive in sum total, but it was still very good. But yeah, first 2 maps were bonkers. Ended with what?
OG should take a risk here.
Near 30 on Mirage as well.
We're just playing 2 apiece here. We're just playing 2 apiece for now. Looks like Fika's starting to lean. Missed shot from Dexter. They needed that. Near frags there to punish. Hobbit peaks. Trade is good. We need to get more numbers over here for Cloud9. It's only 2 really pressing the A-bomb side right now.
Holding on to mid, late, maybe expecting to catch the rotations. Alright. Or just trusting that Shiro can win out every duel himself. Reinforcements. Be damned. Hobbit caught, but he did get Fiku beforehand, so now it's just these jungle players. That's a nice swing from Niko. And Shiro says, I'll do it myself. You guys can't kill one guy? Alright, I'll do it myself.
Niko's warmed up.
Yeah.
He's hitting everything. He's hitting everything. So it's not his fault so far. Cloud9 this time. Bit faster Counter-Strike boost from Shiro was good. OG tried to readjust, but they never really had information. And yeah, always Shiro on the angle first. That's what Shiro's so good at, is getting himself into a spot, preempting where the CTs want to aggress and where they want to swing, and how do I cover my teammates. Shiro is very, very accustomed to this sort of play, and that was a nice round.
Timeout used by Cloud9. Isn't that so nice to see, Alan? That was something we were begging for in the last series. A bit more prodigious use of the TO.
Be nice to see more when they actually need it.
Yeah, this one's a little bit more chill of a time.
Anti-eco. And they know it because Nathani's on a Mac 10.
To be fair, he might also just be sprinting up catwalk. He might just be sprinting up.
It. No, no. Connect to this time, Mike.
Instead.
Connect to this time.
All right. Hobbit has spotted flames, I think. Duel of the century. 5-7 against the AK. And poor Hobbit with the lesser gun. We'll make sure about flames.
I like how they swapped in Neofrag, who's also tagged down. Flames is like, brother, help, help, help. And then just leaves. It's glorious.
Ooh, that was a ripper. That was actually a tough fight to take against the Deagle, right? One shot squeezed out from Piku and it's a kill. Shiro down for the count. Okay, Nafani not having a lot of luck either. Utility on, and they've got the bomb away.
That was so close.
That was so close. That was, I mean, I think it tickled his temple. His sideburns are shorter now. But they've got this bomb away, and provided they can get it planted, there's very little that these Deagles of OG can do. Bomb has been planted.
Don't want to give up any more guns here. It's already fairly costly, given how clean the entries were.
Buster stuck, though.
Yeah, Niko seems to know. At least he's posted up on jungle.
Got the read.
Ooh.
I think he's seen him a couple times at this point. There we go. There's the one kill. Not going to win the round, but can he get the rifle? Might be able to. In towards middle, though, is the problem. Here's Axile. And Axile looking sharp.
This is feeling more like it. Still, though, given the investment, 3 frags. OG will like that a little bit to keep this economy honest. We need some round wins. Double AWP. Fiku on the second. Let's have a look where that's going to get posted up. He's aiming towards B at the moment. Dexter, of course, is on the other. Dexter's going to start in towards mid. And looks like the B apartments for that secondary AWP.
Flames. He throws out some of his own, but Axile a little bit ahead of it. Means another opener here for C9. And it is looking good. Nafani tip of the spear. No one's watching him. No one's watching him. Dexter's coming to check, and that's a little bit of unfortunate timing, but Buster able to trade immediately. We'll take that. Frag. Living. Able to slip away. He's got Firebox. And if he can get a teammate here to play off of, this becomes a lot more powerful. Oh, he's gone right back under. They had mollied this previously. They have to know he's close. But there's a world where they hesitate, where they maybe overlook a spot for a second, and Neofrag bring that into a kill.
I'm waiting for Axel to get activated.
This is like what Nafani did the other round as well when they have this position. Sometimes they're a little slow. This time he's in the underpass, though. And it seems like his teammates are just waiting to either find this kill under Balk or for Axel to take the contact.
Well, Axel has a molly.
He does.
Might consider using it under balcony.
Here's your smoke to give him some cover to throw perhaps that exact molly. There it is. There it is. They know they've got him dead. They know they had Neofrag here, and Hobbit's going to come to collect. A lot of time for one kill, but worth it. Now have a strong advantage headed into this one. If they kill niko, it should be over. Fiku's so far away. And the flashbangs, they're merciless, but niko somehow hangs on. Bomb down. Spam good. niko playing like a man reborn. But with his elimination, what can Fiku hope to do? No kit, time short. This is his first fight, and Shiro will not give him a second.
This is how C9 is meant to function. Good recovery. And not scared to hold and wait. They'll play the waiting game the whole time. And the util was good. Communication clearly was good, and you can just tell they're all in on exactly the same page. I did think for a second niko and CT was going to deny the plant. It got pretty close on Shiro, but not enough. Not enough. Shiro is just a monster, man. It's... What are you supposed to do?
Die, mostly, I think. That's what you're supposed to do against Shiro.
Try, die, cry.
Try, die, cry. The Hender method. I understand why you shifted out of
joke,
coaching, Alan.
Just make the obvious joke.
Oh, boy.
Welcome to my dating life.
Oh, no.
Let's see if C9 get a little bit loose, because of course the last time against this spy, similar sort of scenario. Fiku, right side window, does collect one. OG certainly know where these players are.
Got a lot of information. Flames, oh my goodness, Flames! No scope. Style points to wrap that one up. There was a moment there. There was a moment there on the smoke fade where Flames could have made something magical happen. But they don't believe in magic in this round.
I'm wondering if Axe had a cold shower between the games, because
a little snack, maybe it was peckish.
I
had a snack. It's great. Pork chop sandwich.
There you go.
Get in touch with my inner G.I. Joe.
So, mid-clear nades from OG. Dexter, bit of a cheeky peek into under, so lots of information being conveyed. We can't see anything in mid, but look at OG. There are two choices here. Do we bolster the sites, or do we move into a stronger mid setup, anticipating a delayed take? And I don't need to spell this one out for the viewers. Their choice is quite obvious.
It's really interesting to me that Nafani's kept onto the MAC-10. The money available for C9. Neofrag about to eat an 8. That's painful. Down to half. Fortunate for him, a second one's not coming. These HEs continue to be punishing, and now Nafany is just going to try and make a move. It would have been a great move. If he peeks around that corner, he would have had at least Flamesy dead to rights. But now the moment has been missed. The opportunity lost, and he's going to show some presence. But it's mostly to try and isolate out these A-site defenders and set up his teammates. And he's backing away. 30 seconds. Cloud9 starting to make me very nervous with this clock. They haven't found a kill yet. I've spotted the op.
Where's Shiro going?
Towards the late
Where's Shiro going?
They're leaving. Now they got the kill. Call him back. 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 What are you doing, Shiro? Come back. What? They're going to commit to the B? It's going to work. It's going to work. Everybody's been pulled off because if you're OG, why on earth would you think that this was a fake? But they have to sprint 7 seconds to fit. Do they have time? 5, 4, 3. No. They literally just lost the round off the clock. Cloud9, what are you doing in this round? They had the site, Alan. There was one player maybe there on A. They have it. They've shown presence top mid. The CTs are delayed and rotating. What was that call? The B player isn't even out of apps. He's not even facing Van.
I'm taken aback. The call was clearly fake A and end B, but it was sub 30 seconds.
All right. It's all good if they win this follow-up. If they win this follow-up, we can forget about it. That round is just an aberration. We get extremely confused, but it's okay. But niko, ooh, the peek into top mid. If he gets a flashbang, this could be really huge. Oh, he doesn't even need it. He doesn't even need it. Nafany's not facing. What is happening? Nafany dropped. They've spotted the bomb on Shiro as well. Don't know what you do with that information this early on. They're trying to pressure niko, but he's going to be a thorn in their side. He's going to hold on to this position, and now he's got support as well coming in. Flames.
Can somebody give this man a flashbang, please?
Oh, he's out.
How's he alive?
How is he alive? How does Shiro not hit? Oh my goodness.
This has become a game.
Yeah, that's the kind of round where just suddenly what should not even be considered is back on the table. An OG, if they can bring this through.
Cloud9 is paralyzed.
We're
not doing anything. It's 40 seconds. We haven't taken mid. We haven't pressured a site. We just saving? We're just going to give up?
Might be now. Just milling about. In towards apps with no pressure on towards B. VQ takes advantage. Now they know there's a double up, at least. I guess that's information. But certainly no chance of this round. What a bizarre momentum swing. This half has now gone under.
If there was ever a time to pause, this is it. Surely. I mean, that mid-engagement was so bizarre. Nafany's looking in the wrong way. At exactly the same time, Shiro has nades out. It's lackadaisical, I guess is the best word. You get engaged, C9. Defending Dallas champions. You could have 2-0'd Astralis. But just too many holes in the game. Astralis played a mega match, but Cloud9 definitely could have won Ancient. And don't let too many slip here, because you had a monstrous lead against OG on this first half.
Nafany down. Opening pick found for OG. There's presence here from Hobbit, and he's just going to take it. They're not going to expect this. They're not going to expect him to be up so early. Does anyone leave themselves exposed? This is such a huge position. niko has no idea. niko has no idea, but the kill, it's not there. Oh, the timing for Hobbit, he just missed it. And now Neofrag can trade it back. They lose all this positioning, all this control. Hobbit. Well, all that positioning is going to be for naught as one by one, they're all falling. Cloud9 completely isolated. Players just staying solo in position. Zero ability to trade or play off of each other. It feels like complete panic has set in. This was looking so decisive and commanding. And just these last two rounds have been hurtling out of control, Alan. What is happening?
Well, that first fight, Flames just wins. Hobbit takes the space. It was the correct play. Maybe, I mean, It's quite hypercritical. You could say he could have trigger disciplined and got further onto the bomb site or something perhaps, but yeah. It's a bizarre one. It's a bizarre one. They keep different ways. They've lost players on mid defaults twice in a row early on to these OG players, and never going to be easy playing from a deficit. We keep getting these rounds where Cloud9 aren't even in them. They're saving. I mean, this one is, of course, you know, it's going to be the last round next anyway, but this buy isn't going to be healthy. There was comfortably double digits on the table here.
Yeah, it really should have been. Looked like it. Fair credit to OG, though. They're doing a good job of punishing. Again, niko has continued his absurd run of form. 18-8. Looking very good here in this roster. Top mid nade. Nafany eats that. He's been here consistently. They're going to come down and hunt him early on. They're wasting no time with that. Great kill from Neofrag. It's just the deagle, but it sections off mid. And Cloud9 have been relying on Nafany top mid to be that consistent presence. Haven't really given him guns in most rounds to do anything with it.
I think OG been relying on Nafany top mid for a free kill. Yeah. What it feels like. They just go there every round. They have the spawns.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Sounds harsh, but it's true.
Yeah.
Nafany has not held his own, and I mean, maybe he should have some more backup, but we can't keep having these rounds of mid control into early deficits.
This is trouble. The run boost, but the trade is not worth it. That was your big gun back into this round. Yes, taking down niko is good, but it's not worth losing Shiro. A queen exchange here, not what you needed. Cloud9. That's might be a way back in. Neofrag didn't expect a player close up, was trying to set the face for the bottom, a ramp, and Buster a little bit tighter the angle than he expected. 35 seconds. Seems like this is going to be the play on towards A. They got a bit of utility to make this work. Here we go. Dagster should be on the angle. In time. And now Flames is looking this way as well. 18 seconds there. Again, leaving themselves no spare time to do this. If this smoke is gone by the time they try and plant, they're dead. They can't control the sightlines. The smoke is fading. The smoke is fading. Allen, oh no. This is disaster. There's not even a chance to win this round. And C9 again find themselves up against the clock, as well as OG. We're close to just one round. We'll be back after this break. It was looking like a blowout, 8-3 until a big time-related blunder saw OG go on a tear in response. Now, for OG, I mean, this is their map pick, right? But this is a prime opportunity to potentially make good in this series, Alan.
Oh, that molly's not good. That molly's not good. Not going to slow anybody down.
Or...
No. Definitely not. Trade is good. Just got to establish some after plants.
Those might be tough to do. Axel out for revenge. But Nafani continuing his rough run of form. And at this point, now the scale's starting to get tipped. It's all onto a very wounded Shiro who's going to try and save what little he has into the next round. So, OG tie things up right off the rip on the pistol. I mean, this is such a different story than what we expected after the first 10 rounds of play here. We thought we were watching a blowout. We thought we were watching a one-sided affair, and suddenly, I mean, this is anything but.
Add in the context is a Cloud likes Mirage is bronze. Look formidable. Absolute. Not that it's his fault that this is closed up, but Cloud9 cannot make any more mistakes. It's been a funky game so far. I hope the halftime pause just gave them a bit of time just to calm down, honestly. Because it's so obvious they were flustered at the end. It's so obvious.
Yeah. And it's strange, too, because if you just looked at this in a vacuum, you go, all right, it's 8-8. Yeah, they lost the pistol, but they're on the favorite CT side now. You can do things like that. And you think this is going to get interesting. Hobbit. Oh, Hobbit! Bailing them out. Taking command. The veteran steps up when they need a round.
Oh, no. Okay. It lost like eco, and we'll keep saying it. This is even with Cloud9 doing some funky stuff. OG have to capitalize every time they have an advantage. It's just the reality of this series. It's the map pool they got up against C9 here. C9 is a very competent Mirage team most of the time.
Can't let them back in. Can't give them these windows.
How does he get those chances?
It's reminiscent of the first half, right? Where it wasn't even the first force buy, it was the second force buy, where Gap's left in the smoke and Buster cracks it wide open. This time, it's just Hobbit fighting the first guy out. Smoke sections it out. And some kills come through. And you might be getting a little bit of shall we say, an interesting audio filter on, courtesy of your internet. But Shiro, looking good in this face. What do we got here? Flames? Flames? Nice shot. There you go. A little bit of tasty dig work. Maybe this opens up the possibility of a plant. Asks the question at least. Shiro's already here to try and answer it. Well, he's found damage. It's Axile to take the kills. Shiro knows where they are. They know where the last is as well. And everybody's going to get in on the party.
Hopefully not quite as robotic.
There you go.
I gave it all the big on-off.
That is the best way to solve things.
So hopefully that works. Hopefully that works. I hope it's all good now. Cloud9 keep it nice and clean in the end. And a super... Shouldn't...
Bad news, Alan.
No.
The internet goblins are back.
No.
Also bad news. Hobbit might be under pressure here, but it is Hobbit. Gotta avoid being overwhelmed by these pistols. They're closing the gap. Now his teammates are here. Hobbit does just enough. Plays this perfectly. The trick is to not die. Not so much get the frags, but stay alive. And he does that perfectly.
Hopefully not as robotic now.
Sounds good.
This is the best storyline, as it turns out.
Mm-hmm.
And now on the buy. Now on the buy. It was OG's pick. we should expect not necessarily prepared rounds, given that we only found out an hour ago who they're playing, but yeah, we want to see some good calling. Let's put it that way. Some good structured Counter-Strike. They knew they were going to be playing Mirage.
Heavy presence in the courtyard early. niko top mid. Niko's actually slowed down at the beginning of the half. Understandably, team hasn't been a good place, but he was 18 and 8 headed into it, I believe. So 1 for 4 in the next. Maybe they need that kind of dynamic play back. Pressure into App. Shiro catches the first. Buster's ready for the next. Can't stick around. Overstaying is welcome. Nade on Shiro. Very much switched on. Axile's lost elsewhere, but this round, like a tough ask, and that bomb's still down. They need to retrieve that. They're backing away, but they've left the C4, and in doing so, they have just left their opportunity to do anything in this round. Does C9 know they have the bomb? I actually don't know if they do. I know they saw it facing, but they may think it was retrieved on the exit.
Not going to be a consequence anyway, given the save.
Yeah.
Quite amazing how fast the wind is out of the OG sails. Well, we certainly feel Cloud9 were definitely making some mistakes at the end of that T-side. It's indisputable, but we shouldn't take all the credit away from OG. They're being proactive. niko was playing stellar. It clearly worked out that fighting mid aggressively was to their advantage, let's put it that way. And this T-side has not got off to a rolling start.
I think one of the things as well was they identified that weakness, right? The top mid presence that they bullied round after round after round and then exploited that. They haven't really figured one out yet here for this T side. They don't have something that they're consistently doing to find some sort of an advantage over C9. And so for C9, I mean, obviously you'd rather not give up an advantage early. It's that's self-explanatory. What are they going to do? 3 players in towards mid. All right, let's get frisky. Buster left very responsible for most of A. They'll get some support now as they come flooding out of Palace, but he doesn't catch anything. Not even damage found, really. Now this is trouble on. Shiro will collect the first, but at the cost of great personal injury. And that kill on the catwalk is massive. So this faster A play has worked. Hobbit might have some things to say about it. Spam reveals his position. The nade will find damage, but no kill. Shiro and Hobbit might just have to back off of this one.
Don't think it's worth looking into this. OG, only a few pieces of utility, so they have to just hit ripping headshots. Player on a balcony for C9 will be devastated. Couldn't get more out of that situation. 1-for-1 might have been enough. There were no nades to help them cross past Shiro. It's very important they tagged him down enough to take Shiro back and play deep in towards the murder hole rather than continue taking fights on the cross because they just didn't have anything to dissuade him. So they make it work. They make it work. It was aggressive force buy, let's say. And it comes good. And this buy is going to be a lot better than that.
He smokes mid. Does look like they're going to try and flood out of the palace again, and it's going to work again. Shiro and Hobbit done and dusted, dead as doornails, and this round's over.
Lincoln, you missed that one. OG have found something they like.
Yup.
It was the same in the first half. That was the mid pushes. This time it seems to be Palace. They like the Palace.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Run it till they prove they can stop you. Seems to be the philosophy here. Now, in that round, C9 were not expecting it twice. The AWP was looking connector. The player under Belk was not prepared for that fast drop. They weren't ready for this. Now that it's been run twice in a row, surely they'll expect it, Alan.
Well, I'd be surprised if OG run it again.
Bet you they
or
do.
Even something similar. It'll be fun though if the mind game's going to be in play. Because C9 have to do something. They could play a retake and just essentially up and say, run that again. We're not going to hand you an entry. Finally a pause to address some issues. We're discussing what's going wrong on A. Time, OG are going without no warning, which is why someone like Shiro is posted up on connector, and Hobbit's just got way too much to deal with when those players are coming out. So, quick discussion. And I'm
really curious if OG run this again. Kind of want them to, just to prove a point. Doesn't look like it from based on the posturing in spawn. Looks like we might get a bit of top mid play, and indeed, yep, here's the change up pitch. Not only are they not moving towards Palace, nobody is going towards Palace. It's going to be a fast play towards B. They're trying to keep this tempo up, though. They're just going rolling in. Deep molly. Denies this early space, but they're going to go through. They're going to pressure on. It's on to Buster. It's on to Buster. He's got support. That's good damage. Axile snappy on the shooting. Utility out to provide Buster some cover as well. And now the reinforcements, they've arrived. Nafany's made his way out the door. But Buster lost. Or rather, Nafany lost. Buster still here. Here the whole time. Until now.
okay. It's getting frisky. Flashes in. Shiro taken back for the moment. HP on Dexter is so bad, and Hobbit's got a molly. Hobbit's got a nade, sorry. Hobbit's got a nade. Hobbit's got a nade.
But it's Dexter who's low. Well, fights his way out. Shiro behind him. Spot, low HP player down. Fiku. Peeking in. He's got the 1 to second as well.
Onwards we go. Cloud9 cannot convert these last few. Obviously, A rounds have been the order of the day for OG, but this time they switch gears. I like the calling, but it still fell to Fiku in the end. That looks really good in the 2-on-1 for Cloud9. But Fiku puts his foot down. OG are ever so close now to taking a lead. Full investment from Cloud9. This is the last one they've got. There's a FAMAS, there's an MP9, there's no kits. Utility is lacking a tad. It's getting nerve-wracking on the streets of Mirage.
First hurdle overcome. Shiro not finding his kill. Dexter not finding his either. Both offers with opportunities missed. Means that we still have 10 alive on the server. Surprisingly peaceful start to this round of Counter-Strike.
Axel's called off. He actually did have a great start to this game. I think he was 11-4. Something of the sorts, and yet to get properly engaged in this defensive half.
Look at this aggression. They made a footstep. They made a footstep. Flames knows they're coming. Flames are tipped off. They might still clear him deep. Gets the 1. Not expecting the second. But that is going to funnel them in towards B, knowing that the player's trapped in apps. Axile dropping a smoke to try and get through. Dexter catching the rotation already. Well, Axile, keep the numbers even. This might allow the retake to flourish. Whoa, Fiku. Very fortunate on the time to get back around the pillar, but that information given over. Axile capitalizes. Dexter clears up one side. Now they just have to worry about the market, and they're focused in on the choke points as well. Hobbit is out. Hobbit is out. niko's not giving him an inch. niko's not giving him an inch. The spam's not going to hit. Dexter will instead. The round is won. Shiro has to back away. We're tied up here, and the money, it's gone down the train for Cloud9.
Get out of dodge, Shiro. Real discipline from OG then in that after spawn at the end. Neither player over facing. Very well played. It got a lot easier once Axile died, because they were absolutely penned in. They didn't know where to look. Because you got the 2 market entrances, plus, of course, apartments. Plenty of angles can be taken. A heck of a lot easier once Axile was felled. Okay. Okay, Cloud9 stalling the pride. Eco is in. Shiro, of course, saved AWP. He's going to heave that over to... he's jumped out a window, actually. Really aggressive. Really aggressive. There's nobody here to trade him. At least an underpass. Get out into connector. Maybe he can still do damage.
Nafani! P250 finding some impact here. That's that op of Shiro that's going to be the major threat. Playing around the smoke. Putting with danger, but they're backing away. This hit has not exactly gone to plan, so OG pulled the cancel. They back away. Now, what's interesting about this is if Cloud9 can take the time to retrieve the guns, the next phase, this could be spicy. Bus just got it. And it clears top mid, so now he's going to slink back in towards the B site. I think he'll beat them there as well. Still unarmored, but with a Molotov, he can maybe stall some of this out. Got 1 smoke if he dumps the molly into apps. I'd have to hear a footstep to tip him off. So instead, it seems like Buster's going to keep the gun out. Commit into jail.
Rotator away off. Got to do some big work here, some heavy lifting.
They just have no clue he's here. The element of surprise is huge, and it results in 1. They don't want to drop on him. They don't want to do it, but aim punch a little too much for Buster to do more with. Need a big round from Shiro. Axile's working his way up, but Shiro, I don't think, realizes Neofrag's past him. If he pops off a shot, if that op is revealed, Neofrag's going to activate. And yeah, now Neofrag has the flank, and they have no idea. Axile drops first. Shiro, what do you got for us? Little hero play. First shot hit. 1 more to find. Fiku backing on out of there, tucking himself into the corner, trying to make himself as small as possible to stay away from this big bad man. And he'll be the bad man himself. A lead for OG. Cloud9 have controlled this game for so very long, but finally it slips from them.
Still frightening. That was not a heavy investment. But OG, they have dropped a few rounds already to pistols, and I guess for them, survival at any cost is a win. They'll take that. Cloud9, the buy is good. It was an eco in the previous, so there's no concerns there. But this game has taken a dramatic turn. And they've ceded a lot of A control. Hobbit is not in towards CT, he's playing towards stairs. Nafany is nearby, and they're choosing to prioritize a mid-fight. There's nobody on the side proper. There is a lot of real estate here for free. But they peek before the nades. Hobbit gets a freebie.
Something they needed. Some sort of advantage to light the way. There's a gap in the smoke. Shiro can't quite figure out what's going on the other side of it. Oh no, there's another gap. There's another gap. Nafany on this fade. He's going to catch one. Now this is starting to look very bad for OG. Pressure on. Nafany taken out. But look at the health. Look at the health of Niko. Look at the tag on Fiku. Oh, the M4s might as well be auto snipers here. The bomb is now dropped. Dexter, he takes 1, but the trade is instantaneous. Cloud9, they may have surrendered this lead, but they're not letting this map go without a fight.
Big hold. Big hold. First player in from Palace, clearly not ready to meet. Somebody facing off stairs. And a little bit slow from OG. Smoke's faded for that bomb got planted, and from there it is nightmare fuel. There's way too many positions to worry about. Far too much. Look at the buy from OG. This is as a result of losing so many to the pistols. I can't believe the buy is this fragile already. The utility's lacking too. They haven't got a lot of choices. There might have to be something like a B-pop because you just don't have the nades to do an extended default.
They're prep for it. Smokes in towards mid to set this up. Now they're going to come funneling out of B, and so Buster once again is called to the forefront. Damage, information, perhaps the most valuable piece, and he's got Axile here in support. This crossfire was deadly. Did they realize? No. I don't think they knew a player had already gotten out to bench, and now trouble on. Bomb planted. Post-plant scenario, these pistols become a lot more effective, especially when you don't have to use them because you've got AKs. Not a lot of retake utility either. There's no mollies, no nades. Flashes and smokes available for C9. Dagster, he wins on the first phase. Flames just a tech 9, but he's the warning system. Shiro there for the next. They know where Dagster is, but they're running out of time. They're running out of clock. They do have a kit. The spray down could have been enough, but it's not going to be. Cloud9, that one gets so very frisky, but round still won. And that's all that matters at the end of the day.
That was some excellent interplay between Hobbit and Shiro, covering each other's backs. Simple counter-strike. As you said, they didn't have the nades to flush people out. It had to be, you know, crossfires and spacing and holding each other's backs. It was really beautiful. But OG, that would have been a massive round to win. They can't get it done. They're going to sacrifice this one. Just some deagles in the mix. Cloud9. Red carpet laid out to get up to 15. Gotta keep composure. Keep composure. Don't overface these pistols.
Sure knows he's got someone pressed in. There you go. Nice nadage. Little echolocation. Could use the utility. Anophany's out. They are aggressing on the pistols, and it's working out. They cleared out this top mid presence. So now this is Cloud9 starting to look like we expect them to be. Flames is a bit of a spot, and he's seen. So Dagster with the Glock. What do you got? He's got a deagle at least. It's a whole different ball game now, Alan.
Is it?
Top of the 9th, maybe. Bottom of it at this point. Cloud9 looking to close.
Yeah, and they got a clean one too. Bit of bank here, 2 real chances, especially with 1 or 2 saves. So they're in prime position. As a reminder, as you can see on the top right, this is OG's pick. We know it's a strong map for C9. Potentially their best in a lot of matchups. But here, OG, the map pool overlaps quite a lot with that of Cloud9. They didn't have an obvious pick to go into. There was no punish pick they could make. So they went for a comfort ground. And even despite some funky counter-strike from Cloud9, they still find themselves up against 2 map points. Lose their map pick.
That's a way to start. That's a way to start. Just dynamic play down mid. Looking reminiscent of something Nafany tried a couple times in the first half. Claims he finds Axile lacking. It's one of the big firepower pieces out early on the fade. That was a big commitment from Hobbit. And Dagster snappy, so a double man advantage here for OG. Might need a little star power from Shiro. He's had another great map. 26 and 8 to this point. This rate, you might need that number to hit 30 to win this round.
Stack, I think, is the right call for Cloud9. I think it's the correct call. At least ensure a couple guns make it through. The money is fairly good on most of them, but again, absolutely full investment. Nafany still
that drop down will have been heard. Someone's got to be watching. Yeah, Dagster is. Okay, yeah, Flames fully heard this. Nafany should be a dead man. And that should sell. This is all the end of the round.
Okay, full 30 required. Fairly easy go of it in this one for OG. Doesn't really matter if they... Well, it does a little. You don't want to throw away these guns and get on like a little in the following. So they don't really want to hunt either.
And yet they will.
They really shouldn't.
And yet...
They won't. They won't. Dex is just toying with you.
Think about it. He's like, yeah, but being 18 and 17 looks so much better than being 17 and 17.
What about being 17 and 18?
Well, you know, it's the risk you take.
Hobbit's had a great game.
Yes.
He is, he's gone under the radar a little bit, but he has been consistent for them. Beyond Shiro, of course, who is, after having 1 map off on Overpass, has decided, I am the best player. Come to me. I will feast on your bodies.
Feast he shall. This round, a veritable banquet. But OG, they're asking for a second serving. They're asking for more. Call them Oliver Twist. They want just a little bit more.
Back to the A plays.
Gonna be called on again. This time he stays alive, at least for the moment, but he's under siege, he's under threat, he's down for the count, and this is not looking good. Nafani 1 for 1, but Shiro's here. What's up the scoreline? Niko in towards mid. This could be huge, but in the meantime, Shiro is collecting the souls of his comrades. And while Niko's gained all of this spot, if the player connector doesn't flinch, oh, he's going to be in trouble. Axel finds the perfect timing for the peak, and now Degster, they've taken it so far. They brought this right to the threshold of overtime, but Degster, he's got to put them over the line. And against Shiro, there is no opportunity. His 29th kill on the board, and Shiro seals the deal on Mirage. This guy, he is just truly something else, Alan.
Formidable. Absolutely formidable. Cloud9 are not winning this map